Granny, this one is for you.
Super 7 ThunderCats, the ultimate heroes.
Hey, what's up ThunderCats fans? It's time for another review, and today I'm looking at the new Super 7 Wave 7 Ultimates Snarf. So this is rather a bittersweet moment because this is the very last sleeve that we know of that we're going to get with the figure. So I'm going to open it up and show you what it looks like on the inside. So besides the sleeve, this is a bittersweet moment for me because Snarf, well, Snarf was my granny's favorite ThunderCat, and she passed away late last year, and I'm dedicating this review to her. The last photo that we took together was of her holding the LJN Snarf, which I'm showing here, and that she watched the DVDs religiously. She loved my collection. When the Cat Slayer came out, I video called her and I showed her on my computer what it looks like. And she was just over the moon because she was so happy when Super 7 announced that they had rescued ThunderCats, and she was a big supporter of this. So this one is for you, Gran. So I'm going to take him out and going to look at what he looks like on the inside. But at first glance, I'm very impressed with what this little guy looks like. He's a lot smaller than I thought he would be, probably because I was used to the LJN version of him, which had a much bigger belly, a much bulkier figure. If we do get an LJN version of this, I do like that head. That head was really iconic, so that might work on it, but we do not necessarily need it, but that would be fun to have. So let's open him up and see what he looks like on the inside. Okay, here we have Snarf in his blister packaging. He's got the alt heads. There's one more aggressive one. He can hold the Sword of Omens in his mouth. And then of course there is the more smiling head. Unfortunately, mine has got some paint slop here on the lip and on the beard. I'm sure I can scratch it off. There's the claw shield, and then the extra tail that you can swap over, the candy fruit, the hands with the lid, and then the satchel. Okay, so here's everything taken out. We've got the satchel here, we've got the claw shield, we've got the small Sword of Omens, and then we've got that extra tail, well, the normal tail, his extra hands, and then the two alt heads with the candy fruit. The paint on here is rather good, but unfortunately, like I said, my smiling one has got a little bit of issue here on the lip. Right, let's look at the articulation of this little guy. It's rather interesting. It's got the standard articulation of a normal figure, but I'm just going to try and figure out his head. Well, full rotation. His arms, they can go up all the way. He's got the normal bend here by the elbows. Just difficult to try and figure it out. I know it does work. There we go. 90 degrees almost. And then his legs, well, they don't kick out all the way. They can go back quite a bit. I'm not going to try and push it all the way back. Then he can bend 90 degrees, well, almost 90 degrees here by the knees. It's just tough to try and figure out, but I know it does work. Then we've got the foot here. Now, a lot of people have thought that this is actually backwards, but I don't think so, because if you put the foot back all the way with the ankle rocker, it goes back quite well. So I do think that this is supposed to be this way, and it's not backwards. So there we have the figure. There's nothing here in the middle for a waist cut. He's got the tail here, goes all the way around, and then he's able to actually just bend it here, and then the tail also has that, where that connection is, you can basically just go all the way around. Okay, looking at the figure here, I'm gonna try and replace the tail, and I believe that a lot of people have said it's quite difficult, but so far for me, maybe because I'm in a warmer climate, it actually fits. There we go. It fits in quite easy. It is tight, but it's not like impossible, and it actually works. I do love this style. I really do prefer this one. Okay, so I've managed to get this paint slop here off the lip and the beard. Just managed to scratch it off. Now this thing, you have to be careful. He is really sharp on the beards, on the ears. So when you do swap heads, and I'm gonna do that now, just be sure that you pull it at the correct place. Otherwise, you might just hurt your fingers. Okay, so like this, hold it here at the back, and then you can pull it properly, and that's it. That's how you replace the head. Just be careful. It is really sharp. Now I like this aggressive head. I would have wanted some red shinier around the eyes because mumm-ra once impersonated Snarf. But I know Snarf can also be quite angry if he wants to. So let's see. This is how it works. You just plug it in there and he's got the sword of omens in his mouth. Talking about the sword of omens, this is different. It's not the same as the previous ones. It's got the eye as if it's waking up like from the pilot episode. So it fits into the claw shield quite nice and snug. And I do like this that Super 7 gives us different versions of it. Okay, here's the candy fruit that comes with, and it fits in his hand so easily. There's a specific hand for this. You just basically slide it in or plug it in, and it stays put. It actually does not fall out. I've tried it. When I shake it, it stays there. So here's the satchel that he comes with. I have seen him in a few episodes where he carries this bag. It's got a nice zipper here. It looks like a zip, and the plastic here, it's interesting. It's like a thick rubber, and you can carry it in his hand as well. There's a hand for that that you basically just drop it in. Okay, so let's look at a quick comparison versus the other figures that we've got, well, I've specifically chosen this jogger with Snarf here because there's that young lino that's on his way, and this is just for comparison. I know this is the Mattel one, but I can't wait to have these three stand together. But here we have the normal lino, and you can see how they scale. Just a quick comparison between different versions of the Sword of Omens. And now this small one here on the right, that's the Snarf one, and it's got a glowing eye of Thunder in the middle. As you can see, that one is just plain. So in conclusion, I think that this is probably one of the best figures of the wave. This wave has been stacked with fantastic figures. Willa was a real knockout. Mongar was a beast, and ratar-o was this big bulky mutant that I just loved. So he stepped right out of the two. But Snarf, he is the A-lister that we have been wanting. Brian has always teased me saying that he's never going to make Snarf, but I'm so glad that they actually did. Of course they would. So this is a real winner for me. I love this figure. He's petite, but this is Snarf. I mean, this is what he scales perfectly with everybody else, just like in the tune, and I can just hear this character speak. So this is definitely worthy buy. You need to get this on your shelf, even if you're just collecting the core season 1 A-listers. This guy has to be on your shelf. He's not the annoying sidekick that you remember. He's such an adorable, heroic ThunderCat.
Super 7 ThunderCats, the ultimate